Time is not measured by the passing of years, but by what one does, what one feels, and what one achieves. Good morning, students. Open your English Beehive book. Today we are going to start first poem of our book, The Road Not Taken, written by Robert Frost. I welcome you all to this lesson, the poem The Road Not Taken, written by Robert Lee Frost. So before moving to the poem, let's look at the title of the poem, The Road Not Taken. The road or the path which is not taken means not chosen by someone. So here the road is the symbol of the choice made by us in life. Many times we regret the choice made by us, but what is done, one cannot be done. Now first of all, let's discuss about its poet, Robert Lee Frost. Robert Lee Frost was born on 26th March 1874 and died on 29th January 1963. He was an American poet born in San Francisco, but he spent most of his adult life in rural New England. His work frequently employed themes from the early 1900s rural life. He is best known for his shorter lyrics. He admired the qualities of honesty, simplicity, love, and hard work. Frost was honored frequently during his lifetime, receiving 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. Pulitzer Prizes are which is specially given for the poetries. The Road Not Taken is an interesting poem. The poet talks about 2 roads in the poem. In fact, the 2 roads are 2 alternative ways of life. Robert Frost wants to tell that the choice we make in our lives has a far-reaching result. The poem presents a dilemma that every man faces in his life. One day, while walking in the woods full of trees with yellow leaves, the poet comes to a fork in the place and he has to decide which road he should take. He stands there for long and starts debating over the choice. He looks at the first road as far as he can see till it bends in the undergrowth. It seemed to have been travelled by many people. Then he looked at the second road. It was grassy and wanted wear, which means it was less travelled by. The poet is tempted to walk on it. He keeps on thinking for a long time and comes to the conclusion that he cannot walk on both. That is the irony of life. He cannot travel all the available roads no matter how much we may wish to. However, he decides to take the second path with the intention of walking on the first any other day in the future. At the same time, he knows that the chances of his returning that way are very less. He also knows the manner in which one path leads on to the other. Finally, the poet started moving on the second road. Then the poem shifts to the last stanza and the poet becomes completely philosophical and talk as if he has travelled for a long era and looks back at the choices that he had made in her life and their consequences. Now he feels that life has been completely different. He feels that his life has been very different from the common people because he has always been tempted to take the path not generally followed by the others. Here, he advises doing something different also. It shows the poet as an adventurous man ready to take risk in life. Basically, the poem is about the struggle While making decisions in life, there are two paths to follow: the one on which everyone walks, and the other that is opposite of the crowd. The person in the poem has to decide whether to follow the crowd or to take the other road and make his own path in life. He has his own personality. He refuses to do ordinary things just because everyone else does them. In the end, he chooses the path that has not had many travelers. He knows that it will be better for him, but he also acknowledges that he can never know what would have happened to him if he had chosen the other path. Yes, students, now before starting the explanation of the poem, let's discuss the message given by the poet through this poem. According to the poet, one should not adopt the shortcuts in life. We should choose the daring and experimental path that involves difficulties and tension. These practices enable a man for his life. In order to seek the truth, we should not follow the easy and convenient path. The poet has chosen the other road, which is traveled by less people. In our next video, we will start by explaining explanation of our poem.